It's just right above the floodplain. Over that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Need some help? Friends of mine were telling me about that. Well, that's what everybody told me. They said, well, yeah, just leave about 10:30. something. I mean, my work clothes, buddy. Only had 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. Fire up. Isn't it fun, honey? Like your camera froze. Heat.
This one?
Yeah, sure.
Look down the water. Or the ice. Doing David Bowie a little longer.
On the outside. When I do say the word let go, you will let go, people. Time check. And Chris, inside the dash, the console of the vehicle, there's a little portable radio. It's a Motorola. Grab it for me. It's a real little one. Come on, Remax, get the heck out of the way. Henry, give me a call on my cell phone. Give me a call on my cell phone. I might not pick up, but I just wanted to know your numbers there, okay? Let's get Remax out of here and we're out of here.
Our corporate sponsor, let's go, nice round of applause for British Pepsi for being our corporate sponsor. They're launching their Pepsi Glow.
See you online.
Launching.
Welcome to flight. My name is Bennett. I'll be your pilot.
Oh, they're going way east.
Okay. Now, because your feet are the first thing that gets cold, I want you every now and then to pretend your toes are marching, okay? Move those toes. Balloons below us have the right of way. If anybody's below us, we need to get out of their way. So we're in our own little corner for that reason. I hate flying with a lot of traffic, so they can't see up.
How many flights have you been on?
I've been on one when I was younger
Yeah.
in West Virginia.
Yeah.
I've been on 3.
Thanks for telling us that.
But you got to move over because you're standing on the trapdoor release.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
So Bennett, tell us a little bit about the balloon.
Well, the balloon we're flying in is the American Line version 1 balloon. It stands 75 feet tall, it's 60 feet wide, and holds 90,000 cubic feet of air, which is about 4 times the amount of air in the typical average house in the Hudson area. The burners above our head put out 20 million BTUs of heat each, and the average home furnace in this area is about 125,000 BTUs. So it's like turning on 150 furnaces at the same time.
Wow.
So it's pretty substantially powerful. The basket's made out of wicker, and wicker absorbs shock. It's good. It's also traditional too. You can see our reflections of the balloons. See the black balloon go straight out toward the lake, and you see the double shadows out there. One's his and one's ours. Meanwhile, we're traveling currently at about 800 feet above the ground. Ballooning. This is the 14th year for the Hudson Hot Air Affair. It's a great community event. It obviously gets people out of cabin fever in the wintertime here, and it's actually well known throughout the country as a ballooning event too. Done a lot of work and a lot to be proud of. Meanwhile, there's another few balloons out that have launched, but I think I counted last time about 14 balloons up in the air this morning. Our America Online truck is following us. Henry puts away all the support gear, and then what he'll do is get in the truck and start chasing us, and we're almost to the same type of flight path as we were the other morning. People on the ground can hear you. They'll say, come on down. You can say, come on up. Is breakfast ready yet? How far is it to St. Louis? You'll hear the dogs barking. We'll watch the deer run through the fields. And now, when you got to fly in the balloon, did they let you fly it?
No.
Do you want to fly the balloon this morning?
What do I do?
See this red button here? This is our blast valve.
Yep.
We push in for 4 seconds. Nice and gentle. That's all you'll have to do when I tell you the word burn. So you'll become a student pilot in a moment.
Cool. In the wintertime, you use less fuel?
A lot less fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot less. In fact, our wait here, we've got enough fuel for 3 hours. Wow. However, in the summertime, our wait is probably good for an hour and a half.
Huh.
The difference is really the temperature. Right now, the top of the balloon's running about 125 degrees, whereas in the summertime, it could be running about 225, so you have to heat the air inside quite a bit more. Your fuel is liquid propane gas, so that's what you utilize for fuel. And you have 3 15-gallon cylinders on board for a total of 45 gallons of fuel. And the higher you go, the more fuel you'll burn. The more weight you put in the basket, the more fuel you'll burn. The hotter outside it is, the more fuel you'll burn also. Okay, I need you to do one burn. Go ahead. Balloon, one more. Ballooning is terminology. You're either launching, landing, ascending, or descending. Never ask, are we going down or falling? It doesn't sound too good. And meanwhile, our perspective as we watch other balloons, right now we're right at about level flight, just slightly climbing. Other balloons that we go near, if they start to descend, the perspective will double. This guy's sort of staying the same. We're just climbing a little bit, and he's probably right at level flight. AOL to chase. Some feet. Wow. I believe they think the balloon's a giant colorful flower and they pollinate it while you fly. That's sort of pretty cool. There he is. So what we're going to do is we're going to descend here a little bit, slow down.
Do you have your map with you that shows
Yeah.
markings
We're
of where
gonna
you're
fly
not
over.
supposed to land?
Yeah, ostrich farms and
Yeah.
horses.
Llamas.
Now, if this was a hare and hound race, like the USA Bank balloon was the lead balloon, what we'd want to do is mimic his flight path and use the winds to try and get toward him. And when he lands, he puts out a bright orange 50-foot X, and we take our bean bag that weighs 4 ounces, and you have to throw it onto the center of the X, and the closest person wins. Balloonists have gotten so good that they're sometimes within, they're either right on 0. To sometimes they were closer when they started. They're a couple miles off. So there's our shadow. See that? Well, Diane, so what do you think?
I love it.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
It's hard to explain to people. You're just floating along. It's like being on a second-story balcony and take away the building. I've had passengers as young as 6 years of age to probably 87. I have tethered like a 100-year-old person when we landed in her backyard in Michigan. But most people, they love the balloons.
This is a Girl Scout
And
camp here.
obviously flying in the winter time is different. You can see a whole lot more, and with the blanket of snow that makes it even look better. AOL to Henry. Okay, just wanted to make sure you got out of there. We're almost going the same route as yesterday, just for your knowledge.
Okay, yeah, I just head that way right now.
Okay, we probably got another 5 or 10 minutes maybe, we'll see, until we find a big subdivision and try and do the same profile for our landing site as yesterday. Now the reaction time is about 4 to 6 seconds from the time you add heat to the time the balloon responds. So you saw that we were descending and we put in some heat that's going to slow us down. You also feel what we call a slight wind shear, or a difference in wind. That's basically changing our direction more toward the north and also slowing down our speed.
Cattle out there.
Yeah, let's go up a little bit. Sometimes they can be spooked by the noise of the burner. I found that by mooing at them, they can't run and laugh at the same time since they do such a bad cow impersonation. But
So we all
they
have to
stop
move?
and look at you. So right now they have plenty of field to work with. They don't seem to be too much bothered by the balloon. And the balloon that was closest to us is now over there going a little faster, so we're out of his way. Go ahead.
When I took a look at the
Press kit?
the pamphlet, there's a different balloon, and I believe your truck has a different balloon on it as well. How many balloons does AOL have?
American Line has 3 hot air balloons, including, this is our first balloon, our conventional balloon, version 1. We then went and had a monitor built. It's the world's largest computer monitor. That's number 2. And then we have another balloon. It's our artwork balloon. It's called AOL Anywhere, and that currently is in Atlanta this weekend. So depending on the wind conditions and our passengers and where we're at, we'd fly the balloon that's most fitting for that appearance. But it's a silent, it's unbelievable. The only way you can get quieter is to go to a helium balloon, and that wouldn't have a burner, it would have sandbags. And when you want to climb, you throw out sand. When you want to descend, you open up at the top of the balloon the resealable panel like we have, and that'll allow you to let helium out to lose some lift.
Bye.